It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And this one features your 2021 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jamar Chase. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Commanders and the Texans, and it comes your way next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situations where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want.
We have a 1st and 10 forthcoming. We have a red zone alert as well as this offense looks to punch it in a scoreless first quarter. Back to throw again. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Texans scoop it. The scoreboard says goose eggs right now, but we might be changing that momentarily. The offense with the football in the red zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. James Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some...
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This from 44 yards away. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Caught here by Conley. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A solid drive here has this offense in really good position. Can they finish the drive off? Let's find out. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Back to the ground. Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Texans are going to take. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the 3rd quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down? Let's find out. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he's going to have a Commanders get the 3rd down. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the 3rd quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down? Let's find out. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's going to have a Commanders first. 5 there on 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Again, it's Cook, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. James Cook with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Touchdown and an extra point would tie this game late. What can this defense do now that their opponents are in the red zone? Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Austin Eckler. Well, this one's getting good now. Fourth quarter, tie game. This defense looking for a huge third down stop. Flush to his right, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall in. This defense looking to preserve the tie and try to keep this offense out of field goal range here late. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. And that worked really well last week because he had...
They start the drive with Cook. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, big man with ball. Net bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Handoff comes to Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it again with Cook. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give running right, it's Cook.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He has it. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Mahomes to throw it. That's complete to Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Washington, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.